environments.
Yes, we discussed about.
Environments, దాంట్లో like we have 3 types of environments: non-prod, prod, and DR.
Mm,
OS installation.
Non-prod లో we have dev and
mm.
and okay,
We'll
QA.
convert it to the
QA ఒకటి,
virtual
dev ఒకటి ఉంది సార్ non-prod లో.
physical server to virtual servers.
Petal, ఇది మీకు ఐడియా ఉందా? ప్రొడక్షన్ నాన్ ఐ థింక్ యు
ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్స్ ఒకటి డెవ్ టెస్ట్ ప్రాడ్ ఉంటాయి కదా, ఓకే, అదే తెలుసు.
యు నో డియర్, డు యు నో
లేదు సార్, నిన్నే
డియర్?
నిన్న నేను చెప్పాను సార్.
యా నిన్నే కీర్తి చెప్పింది.
అవునా?
డిజాస్టర్ రికవరీ.
ఎస్, యు ఆర్ ఆన్ ద ట్రాక్.
నిన్నే కీర్తి చెప్పింది.
అవునా?
ఏం జరిగింది క్లాస్ లో అంటే చెప్పింది.
ఓకే, డెవిఎన్వి, క్యూఏఎన్వి, సో ఎస్ఏటి, విఏటి.
QAT, SAT, staging and integration.
ఎస్ ఎస్, ఇంటిగ్రేషన్, pre-prod. So these all are related to
Non-prod.
non-prod only. Okay.
Yes sir.
Yeah. What is a prod? Prod is nothing but a live live environment. So whatever we are using, like for example, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, those all are deployed in the production environment. Okay. So the DR is nothing but a disaster recovery. So now you understood, right? Why disaster recovery?
Yes sir.
So if something goes wrong on the production side, so for example, floods, earthquakes, so whatever it may be, so something like we are unable to access the site from that location. So I want to live immediately my website. How we can do it? So we can achieve this problem by using the disaster recovery. So DR is nothing but a disaster recovery. So for example, so how many servers we have? For example, 2 servers we have. So 2 servers we have. So here also, for example, dev environment. So we have a 2 servers. QA environment, we have a 2 servers. Staging environment, we have a 2 servers. Right? So, so in production, how many people are accessing this website? For example, Facebook or
Number
WhatsApp.
of them.
Number of
lot
people
of
are.
people.
Yeah. So and yesterday we discussed about the business impact, right?
Yes sir.
So yesterday we discussed about the business impact and revenue generation also. So and here we discussed about the maintenance also, right?
Yes.
So maintenance and the non-business hours. So what is that? So what is non-business hours?
10 p.m. after 10.
Non-business hours. After 10 p.m. non-business hours.
వీకెండ్స్.
Yeah. No. Weekends is not
After
a
10 p.m.
non-business.
sir.
Yes.
Yeah.
So business hours and non-business hours. So something like right? Business hours. So when we deploy our application, when we deploy a new feature or bug into the
Non-business hours sir.
non-business hours, 10 p.m. to, for example, 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. Right? The non-business hours. So this is a big amount. This is a big server, like Dell PowerEdge R710. This is a physical server. So many number of people are accessing this website, right? That's the reason we need this much amount of the big server. So we are keeping this server in the data center, right? So that is data center. What we are doing in the data center. So we are keeping our servers in the data center. So we pay the money to the data centers. For example, 5 lakhs. They are taking 5 lakhs for 1 year, and for purchasing the server 5 lakhs. So how much per server? 10 lakhs. We need a 10 lakhs to build it, to provision or to build, right? So if it is a production, or DR, something like we are getting the money from the production and we need this much amount of the server. For example, this is the big server, right? Every server having their own U limit. What is that, guys? U limit. U limit is nothing but a user
User limit.
limit. So user limit means, so based on the resources. What is that, guys? Based on the resources. So what is the resources, guys? CPU, RAM,
Storage.
storage, right? So based on this, so we can set the U limit. For example, a physical server. So this physical server, how many people we can access at a time? 20,000 people. So for example, assuming these guys. So so how much amount we are paying for this one server? 10 lakhs, right? How many users we can access at a time? 20,000 users we can access this website, right? 20,000 people can access this one. And so development environment. So development environment, how many people are accessing this server, guys?
3 to 5 members.
So 3 to 5
5.
people. 3 to 5 members. Do we need this much amount of the CPU RAM for this development environment?
No.
No. So is there any alternative solution?
Yeah. Virtual server.
Yeah. So from physical to
Virtual.
virtualization, because of so that physical server, right? The development environment, QA environment, SAT environment. So for example, if something goes wrong on a development server or a QA environment, staging environment, integration, pre-prod or whatever it may be. So in these servers, is business impact is there in these servers?
No.
Business impact. There is no business
No,
impact.
Uh,
non-prod, no.
no business impact. So no business
Okay.
impact. So because, so how many people, if the server crashes, if the server down, how many people are affecting?
5 people.
Only 5 people are affecting, and in that people are in the company only. It's not
Yes.
a live, it's not a end users,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
there is no business impact on the non-production environment. So there is no business impact on the non-production environment, and so we don't need this much
Business impact.
amount of the storage or this much amount of the resource servers, because of this is the physical server. What is this, guys? This is a physical
Physical.
server. So what is the U limit? 20,000 people or something like this is the the resources are big. So right, this is a physical server. So we need a big innovate, sorry guys, a big innovative thought comes into the picture, and it reduces the cost from 100 to 90%, means, so something like here, so we are paying 10 lakhs per server. In the a big innovative thought, that is nothing but a virtualization. So what is that, guys?
Virtualization.
Yeah, so what is virtualization, guys?
We will convert it to physical server.
Hmm.
Virtual. Virtual mission.
Seetal,
Yes, sir.
that Kirti, do you know what is virtualization?
Yeah.
So it will reduces the cost from 100 to 90%. I mean, like
We will using bare
number
metal
of users
software
can.
to convert it to virtual missions.
Hmm.
It will
So
reduce.
here 20,000 people we can access, right? We don't need this much big amount of the, so big amount for the non-production environment. So how we can reduce the cost? How, so cost reduction. So cost reduction and reduce the cost. There is a concept called as a virtualization. So what is a virtualization? Virtualization is nothing but a something like on top of there is a one software and combined with the OS. So for example, Linux. So took the Linux kernel and created their own software for the virtualization. So that software is nothing but a bare metal software. So what is that? So the resources, right? CPU, RAM, memory, storage, something like CPU, RAM, storage. So this much amount of the storage we don't need for the development environment. So how we can achieve, how we can segregate these resources to the multiple OSs. The concept is called as a virtualization. So what is that concept, guys? So the
Virtualization.
concept is called as a virtualization. One second, I will show you that. Yeah. Yeah, what is a virtualization? So, what is a virtualization means? So, virtualization refers to a act of making a virtual version of one thing together with virtual hardware platforms and storage device and electronic network devices. It means something like so we can on top of the server we will install the hypervisor. So we will install the hypervisor is nothing but a virtualization. So hypervisor. So hypervisor is nothing but a virtualization. We will install a one virtualization software. So who provide that virtualization softwares? So VMware. So VMware and Oracle Virtual Box. So VMware company and Oracle company, they created a virtualization software and we can install that software on the physical server. So it will act. So something like what it will act as a, so we can use these resources. So we can use these resources and we can create a multiple OSs. So we can create a multiple OSs. For example, on top of this there is a software and combined with the OS. So which OS? Something like VMware.
Linux.
No, no, no. So VMware. There is a virtualization software, VMware or OVM Oracle VirtualBox we installed. So we installed this software here. This is same like as a OS. So what it is? Same like as a Android. What is that, guys? Android. So what is Android? Android OS. So Android OS is, it supports on the smartphones. Something like this is the hardware. I want to interact with the hardware. So definitely we need a OS, right? Yeah. So we install the OS. Now we are able to interact with this hardware. But I want a software to access this application, to access this hardware. Something like who created Android created a software and in plus installed the OS and plus, so along with the Android software along with OS also combined and installed in this hardware. Installed in this hardware, this is nothing but a bare metal software. Guys, now you understood? So this is nothing but a bare metal software. Same like as a VMware Oracle company created their virtual boxes. So we can install this virtual mission or that virtual OS here, that bare metal software here. So it will freely available the resources. How much resources we have? For example, here, so 20 CPU and 128 GB RAM and 2 TB hard disk. For example, 2 TB hard disk we have. So right, so this much resources we don't need for the development non-production environment. So I need a server with CPU, two CPU and memory or RAM both are same. RAM something like a 2 GB RAM is enough and HDD. HDD means storage or space. So I need a 20 GB. Okay, so for the development environment, so I need this much resources. But so how much we have in the physical server? We have a 20, 128, 2 TB. We don't need this much, right? How we can utilize these resources? I want to create a number of OSs. For example, here we created a Red Hat CentOS 7 or Ubuntu or something like Windows. So on top of this is the hypervisor. If you install the hypervisor software, so if you install the hypervisor software, VMware software, so it freely available. The resources will be freely available, and so we can create the a number of OSs based on the resources. So this OS is nothing but a virtual machine. We call it as a virtual machine. So we can install the number of OSs based on the resources. So for example, I used these two for the dev environment. So how many guys? This for a dev environment. I used another two for QA environment. QA ENV. So it reduces the cost from, so it reduces the cost 90%. So here we install the 10 OSs. How many OSs guys? 10 OSs. So we installed 10 OSs. For each OSs, something like a 10 VMs. OS is nothing but we install a 10 VMs, right? So here we have a per server 10 lakhs. Here how many we installed? We installed 10 OSs. Here per VM, how much cost it took? 10K. So now you write, so from 10 lakhs to 10,000. So it reduces the 90%. It reduces the 90% of the cost. So why virtualization comes into the picture? Now you understood, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Yes, right? So physical,
Yes,
that
sir.
virtualization. So the another innovative thought comes into the picture. So what is the future? What is the innovative thought from a virtualization to, so physical to virtualization? Now we are using, so which concept, guys?
Physical to virtualization.
Yeah, physical to virtualization. Seetal and
Yes, sir.
Kirti, you know.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Uh,
We're using what?
Automation.
No, a big
physical
FAL.
a big
virtual
innovative thought comes into the picture from 90%.
Cloud.
Here also we reduces the
Cloud.
cost. Huh?
Cloud.
Cloud also uses virtualization initially. Mm, so now what we are achieving, Seetal, in the Jenkins
Um,
pipeline? So where we are
okay.
trying to deploy?
On the cloud, no? Kubernetes.
Yes,
Yeah.
very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So before Kubernetes which concept, guys?
doctor
Yes, Docker. Docker is a,
containerization tool.
yes, very good. What is that? Now the
Containerization.
concept is,
Docker.
Container.
so what is that? So containerization. What is that? A big innovative thoughts comes into the feature from physical to virtual.
Virtual to containerization.
Very good. So what is that? So containerization. Contain Z guys, not as containerization. Okay. So
Yeah.
container means in that one virtual machine, we can run number of containers. So we can run number of VMs, containers. So here in one VM, we can run your entire non-prod with the containers. So for example, this VM is sustained only for the two containers. So this is a dev environment. What this is, guys? So this is a dev environment, and this is a QA environment. So we are not using at a time, right? Both dev and QA. So So this VM is only sustained for the two containers to run two containers, right? So I will shut down, I will stop the two containers, two queue containers, and I will start these dev containers. I can use it. Now it reduces from 90K to the 10K to, so something like a 100, something like 1,000 rupees per container. We can use 1,000 rupees. Guys,
Sir,
understood? So from
virtual,
physical,
yeah,
yeah.
just a question, sir. In
Mm,
virtualization also,
mm.
I mean, there's compartmentalization happening, right?
Yeah, here also we compartmentation
Mhm.
happening, but
Uh,
so where containerization to
like how will
yeah, Sital, your voice is breaking. Hello,
we separate the application?
your
Like,
voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking, Sital.
sir, now?
Yeah, now I'm okay. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
ask.
Yeah, in containerization, we explicitly have like separate containers where we run the application. There is no connection to any other container, right? In
Mm,
virtualization, is there any overlap of usage of resources? Yeah, there is overlap, right?
yes, there is a overlap, and here, so we uses the hypervisor, right? A hypervisor
Mm.
for every VM. So you see, so here, so there is a hypervisor is installing, and there is a OS is guest OS is installing. So then resources, right? So
Mm.
here, so lot of resources are using for the. So this is one of the OS, and this is also one of the OS. So we need two OSs to run the mission, right? But
Yeah.
here, so we don't need two OSs.
Mm.
So on physical also directly we can run the containers on the
Mm. Okay.
physical servers also. So we just install the Docker mission, then we can run the number of containers. So we can run the number of containers. Understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now why virtualization comes into the picture?
Reduces the cost.
Reduces the cost. So we don't need this much amount of the servers for physical non-production environments because of the QA team, dev team are using less than 5 or less than 10, right? So we don't need this much resources. So a big innovative thought comes into the picture. So that is nothing but a virtualization concept. So if you install any virtualization OS on your server, you can install, it will be freely, it will be free, it will be available for a freely, and we can use those resources, and we can create a number of OSs. Based on the resources, we can create a number of OSs. Guys, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, right? Yeah. So I will tell you this containerization. Don't worry, guys. There is a big concept in the containerization, but you guys just let you know something like the physical. What is the difference between physical and virtualization? Now you guys understood, right? The physical and virtualization.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah, guys. So this is your data center. So this is your data center. So in this data center, you have an environment, call it as a development environment. So in the
Yes.
development environment, you have you have a physical server. In this physical server, we are installing the Oracle virtual machine. Okay. So something
Okay.
like a hypervisor. So once we install the hypervisor, so we can install the OSs, a CentOS or a Red Hat OSs, right? So this is the physical server. Here you install the OSS that call it as a virtual machine. So what is that, guys? Virtual
Virtual.
machine. So
Yes,
in
sir.
your laptop, in your laptop, so you are assuming like that. So your laptop is the data center. Your laptop is a data center, and you want to install the our virtualization software. So what is that virtualization software? The virtualization software is Oracle VirtualBox. So this is the software. If you install the Oracle VirtualBox on your machine, okay, you can install the, so you already installed the Windows, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you can install the Oracle VirtualBox software. Then you can install the OSS based on your resources. Based on your resources. So what we need a Oracle VirtualBox, and so for this we have a dependency package, Visual C++, and so I want to install a CentOS, right? Here I want to install a CentOS. So CentOS 7 or CentOS 9. So we need to download the CentOS 7, CentOS 7 ISO. We need to download the CentOS 7 ISO. How many softwares we need, guys? We need a Oracle VirtualBox
So,
software, Visual C++, and CentOS 7 ISO for installing the OS. Okay?
Yes.
Guys, understood? You are assuming from now onwards, your laptop is a data center. In that data center, for example, so your laptop is a physical server. In that physical server, you install in the Oracle VirtualBox is the hypervisor. Once we install the hypervisor, we can install the
Yes.
number of OSs based on our resources. Number of,
resources.
yeah, number of
OSS
OSs
based on
based on,
resources.
yes, based on your resources. Based on our resources. For example, so my laptop, I'm having RAM, how much? 16 GB. So RAM is nothing but a memory, and I have a HDD. HDD means hard disk. I have a 500 GB hard disk. How much? So 500 GB hard disk, and CPU. So I have a CPU. Guys, I already installed the Oracle VirtualBox. I will show you how to remove, and so this is the Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, so this is the Oracle VirtualBox, right? I installed the virtual machines like a CentOS 7, Red Hat, something like. So I have, yeah, you see. So I have a 16 GB processor, right? System processor. So I have a 8 CPU. I have a 8 CPU, and I have a 16 GB RAM, and I have a storage 500 storage. Okay, we'll see. I have how much resources I have? I have a 8 CPU. I have a 8 CPU, 16 GB RAM, and 500 GB hard disk. So for installing the CentOS 7, I want a 1 CPU, and RAM 2 GB, 2 GB, and HDD 20 GB. How much? So I want to install a OS. I want to install a CentOS. I need a CPU 1 GB, CPU 1 CPU, RAM 2 GB, and a hard disk 20 GB. Okay. So in my OS, in my laptop, which OS is installed? Windows already is installed. So for installing Windows, I need 4 GB RAM 4 GB, and 2 CPU, and for example 50 GB hard disk. 50 GB hard disk. So I have total 16 GB RAM, 500 GB hard disk, and CPU 8 GB. So for my installation of a Windows, so we used 4 GB RAM and 2 CPU and 50 GB RAM. So I have remaining I have, so 14, 12 GB RAM and 2 CPU, right? 6 CPU. I have remained 6 CPU and 50 GB, right? So 450 GB hard disk is available. I can install OSS. I can install the OSS based on the resources. I can install the OSS based on the resources. I want to install a CentOS 7. So I can use 1 CPU, 2 GB RAM and 20 GB from here. From here. So what are the softwares we need? We need a Oracle VirtualBox and Visual C++ and CentOS 7 ISO. So where I can get these softwares? Where I can get these softwares? So I want to install a Oracle Virtual Box download. So Oracle VirtualBox download. You can click here. Not this one. Why it is? 1 second, guys. AWS batch 21. I provided to these guys. 1 second. Oracle VirtualBox. This is the software, right? Why they changed? Okay, they changed the that website, guys. 1 second. I will. Or else we can check from here also, right? Simple DevOps. And day 1, day 3, I think. Day 3, day 4. CentOS installation, guys. Yeah. So what we need? We need a VC plus 2000 download and install Oracle Virtual Machine. Download and install. Just download the CentOS 7 ISO. Okay. So for this software, yeah. So these are the softwares. So what are the softwares we need? Oracle VirtualBox download, then VC++ software download, then CentOS 9 ISO image also we need. So I'm pasting it in the chat, guys. You guys can copy it somewhere. Okay. So this is the Oracle VirtualBox. So where I can download it? I can download it from download.oracle VirtualBox. So I'm clicking here. Directly download. 1 second, I will show you this 7.1 VirtualBox. Yeah, directly go to this. Yeah. So why it is showing parent directory? Download.virtualbox. Yeah, they changed the that website, guys. No worries. The virtualbox.org only. So here you see. So VirtualBox platforms for Windows, Mac, Linux, and Solaris. So Windows, if you click the Windows, it will download the Windows Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, it will download the Windows Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, downloaded. So this is the website. So then So I want to install the VC++ software also. You can go it, so you can use it and download the softwares. Under CentOS 7 also, so we can use, we can click this, it automatically download the CentOS 9 ISO. Okay, on CentOS 7, I will give you the link. I think in the 9th day I uploaded the. Yeah. So this is the CentOS 7. Yeah.
సారీ సార్ ఈ లింక్స్ ఎక్కడ కాపీ చేసి పేస్ట్ అంటే మీరు ఓకే మీరు ఇచ్చిన గిట్ దాంట్లో ఉంది కదా సార్
గిట్ దాంట్లో ఉంది ఆర్ ఎల్స్ ఐ యూ గైస్ కెన్ కాపీ ఇట్ సమ్వేర్ అండ్ సో ఇక్కడ బ్రౌజర్లో క్లిక్ చేయగానే ఆటోమేటిక్ డౌన్లోడ్ అయిపోతాయి.
ఓకే సార్
ఓకేనా?
ఓకే సార్.
Yeah. So I want to install these Oracle VirtualBox. I already installed the Oracle VirtualBox and I already installed the CentOS 7, CentOS 9 on my mission. So I am removing guys everything. Then I will install. Okay. So how to delete these one? Remove, delete all files. So then I want to uninstall these softwares. So how you can uninstall this software? So go to the control panel in Windows, programs and features. So then you can uninstall the softwares. So what is that? So the one is Visual Studio C++ 2019 or something like. I want to uninstall this one first. Yeah, I'm uninstalling this Visual C++ 2015. Then I will uninstall the Oracle VirtualBox. Then I will show you how to install and how to download and how to install, and then how to install the CentOS 7. So I'm uninstalling the Oracle VirtualBox also. So meanwhile we downloaded, right? So in the download box, we already downloaded this software. Then so we can install these two. Then we can install the OS. Okay, once it is done. Refresh. You must restart your system. Changes made Oracle VirtualBox to take effect. So click yes to restart now, or if you plan to manually restart later. No. Okay. So I will restart later. So that Oracle VirtualBox and VC++ is not installed. And guys, tell me. So I want to install any softwares on the Windows. So Windows, I want to install the softwares. So which format? So which format it is? So we need to download the which format softwares .exe or .msi. So right. So exe means executable formats. So I want to install the Linux. So for example, Linux, Red Hat. So what is the extension? What is the softwares we need to download? So for example, .rpm. So .rpm files. For example, Mac. So Mac. So we have a .dpkg or dmg. So we need to install the on Mac which software .dmg extended softwares and RPM for the Red Hat and .exe for the Windows guys. So which softwares we downloaded? We downloaded the .exe properties check. So what is this guys? The application type is .exe. So Windows is supported only for
.exe.
.exe. Now you understood? So why these many editions? Why these many softwares? So it is for Windows, it is for Mac, it is for Linux. Let's check. Copy the link address and paste. You see, guys, .dmg format. .dmg format. So if you see, copy link address. So this is for Windows. Windows, which format got? .exe. Windows supports .exe. So Linux distributions. So in the Linux distributions, Oracle or Red Hat Linux. So which format it support? .rpm. .rpm. Guys, now you understood? So for
Yes, sir.
example, Ubuntu .debian. So what is, guys? .debian, .deb. Now you understood? So
Yeah.
they created for everything, something Fedora, Debian, OpenSUSE, Oracle, Linux. They created for every individual OS. Okay, now you understood, guys?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah. So Oracle VirtualBox. There is no Oracle VirtualBox. So I want to install the Oracle VirtualBox, guys. So I want to install a Oracle a VirtualBox. Yeah, this is the software I downloaded. I'm trying to install this Oracle VirtualBox on my laptop. You guys, so yeah, you see here. So Oracle VirtualBox 7.0.18 needs the Microsoft Visual C++ 2019. So what we need, guys? So there is a dependency software. There is a dependency software, guys. Remember this word. So dependency software we need. So what is the dependency software, guys? The dependency software is VC Visual C++ 2019 or something, right? So let's install the Visual C++ 2019 or 16. So this is the VC Redist Visual Studio Plus Plus. Yeah, I'm installing this. Why? So this is the dependency software for Oracle VirtualBox. Now I am trying to install the Oracle VirtualBox. Yeah, so it is installing. Before what it is asking to install that VC++ software. Means there is a dependency package. If you want to install Oracle VirtualBox, definitely we need to install the VC++. VC++. Okay, you must restart. Later I will restart, guys. Okay, now let's check it in the control panel. So if the software is installed or not, go to the programs and features. Now let's see. Oracle, yes, Oracle VirtualBox is installed and VC++ also installed. Okay, so yeah, now your laptop is installed with the virtualization software. So now you can install the virtual machines based on your resources. I'm trying to install CentOS 7, CentOS 7 on my laptop. So based through the VirtualBox. Okay. So next, cannot write it. Something like CentOS. Next, so base memory is nothing but a RAM. So how much I have a 16 GB RAM, but how much I used the 2 GB. 248 sorry, 2048 means
2 GB.
2 GB. Okay, so how many CPUs I have?
8.
8 I have. So how many I am using?
1.
1 I am using. Okay, so I'm using the RAM, memory 2 GB and 1 CPU and a hard disk. So how much I have? 2 TB hard disk I have. So just I need a 20 GB to install the software. Okay. OS. Next. Finish. Okay. So I took all the resources. Storage I took, but I need a network, right? I need a network to connect to the server. So network is 0. So go to the settings and storage. So storage, you created the 20 GB, but so I want to use that ISO, right, to installing the OS. Definitely we need a OS to installing the OS. If it is a physical server, we use the CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, right? Here we need to add a virtual DVD-ROM here. How you can add? You can add downloads or the, yeah, CentOS 7 I'm taking. So this is the I already downloaded, guys. You guys downloaded this one. So choose, yeah, I added the ISO because of how we can install the OS. We can install the OS through ISO. So where I need to install the OS, I need to install the OS on this 20 GB. This is the storage. This is the media. So this is the media. We keep the ISO image for installing the CentOS 7. Okay, in the storage. So display. So something like processor, I took the 1 CPU and the 2 GB RAM. I took the 2 GB RAM. Okay, the 2 GB RAM. You see base memory. So storage and network. So I need to connect it from local, or I need to connect it from the outer side also. I want to connect it from the outer side also. So I want to enable the adapters, bridge adapter and the host only adapter. What is that? Host only. So this bridge adapter is nothing but it will connect from outside of the network. From thing like my data center is located in Chennai. I am working in Hyderabad. I want to connect this server, right? So how we can connect by using the bridge adapter. So we will get the IP address to connect from the outside also. So how many adapters I enabled? 3 adapters I enabled. Okay. Now I gave all the information to install the OS. Then you can just click the start button. You can click the start button. So you are trying to install the CentOS 7 on a virtual box, a virtual machine. Okay. So just you up arrow, down arrow, you can use the up arrow. Guys, if you click this, the mouse pointer in this location, so in the virtual box, so yeah, so your mouse pointer is in virtual box. I want to come out from that virtual box. You can use the right control, guys. There is a keyboard in the right control, right? That keyboard, the right side control button. If you click the right side control button, the mouse pointer will come out. So what is this? So if you click in the, just you can click it here. It will go to the this virtual box. That mouse pointer is enabled in this virtual box. I want to come out from that virtual box. So what is the button you need to click? Right side in the keyboard, there is a right side control button is there, right? If you click that right side control button, the mouse pointer will come out from that virtual box. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So just control install, just press enter. Yeah, I'm trying to install the CentOS 7 by using that ISO image. By using that ISO image. So while installing the OS, so what are the directory structure created, guys? What are the user is created? I already discussed in the Linux file system hierarchy. So while installing the OS, a default user is created. Which user that is? That super user already created. We cannot create the super user. So who is the super user? Who is the super user?
Root.
Yes. So yeah, you just select the English. Yeah. Then it comes into the asking the installation summary, date, time, keyboard. Okay. So installation source, software selection. So this is the minimal, right? Minimal means only CLI. So and you need to select the destination path. Where we need to select this path, guys. So we created a 20 GB hard disk for installing the OS on this, right? So we are selecting that 20 GB. Yes, you select that 20 GB. Yeah. So now host. So Ethernet port enable, so that this will be enabled because of we will get the IP address. Okay, you see. So if you enable, you will get the 10 series. So if you enable, this is the bridge network, right? That's the reason 192 dot. So 168.1.100. So this is the IP address of the gateway. Yeah. So this is the IP address 192.168.56.108. Okay, done. Yeah. Now begin installation. Yeah, guys. So you see here, it's starting the package installation. Yeah, guys, you see. So who is this user? This is the, yeah, here you see, guys, how many packages we need to install for installing the OS. 3 not packages.
304.
Yeah, 304 packages we need to install while for installing the OS. Okay, and root user. So here you see, so user creation. Here it is asking to create a user. Here it is asking to create a user. But here what it is asking, it is asking the root password. It is asking the root user password, because root user is created while installing the OS. No need to create the root user, because of root user is the super user. Root user can do anything, right? So root user will be created by itself while installing the OS. So we will not create the root user. Okay, we just provided the password for the root user. So what is the password, guys? Red Hat. So what is the password, guys? Red Hat. I am giving just Red Hat password. Okay, for remembering purpose, you can use your own password. Okay, we set the root password. We did not created the root user, because of root user is the super user. It will be created itself while installing the OS. Okay, so how many packages installed till now? 276 pack.
30.
Yeah, so we need 304 packages to install for installing the CentOS 7. Okay, once it is done 304, so it is asking the reboot. So once we reboot the server, yeah, the CentOS 7 is available for using. Yeah, so the 304 packages installed, now performing the post installation setup tasks. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah, now you understood how to install the OS.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Is it easy?
Yeah.
Yes.
ఒకసారి ఇన్స్టాల్ చేస్తే తెలుసు.
Yeah, you can try. So what you guys can try, you can install and uninstall, delete it, and again you can install, delete it, again install. So what you can do, guys, you can do 10 times or 5, at least 5 times. You can uninstall the OS, uninstall the OS, uninstall the OS, install the OS. Then you will get it how to install the OS. Okay,
Okay.
Sital, understood?
Yes, sir.
So you don't know, right, that file system hierarchy. సో కీర్తి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారా శీతల్కి?
చేసే కొంచెం చెప్పాను సార్. రూట్ అంటే సూపర్ యూజర్. దాని తర్వాత మనకి బిన్, వార్, లింక్ ఇవన్నీ ఉంటాయి కదా, అవి దేని దేని యూజ్ అవుతుందో చెప్తాను ఇప్పుడు.
చెప్పక
అంటే జస్ట్ వాట్ ఈస్ వాట్ అని చెప్పాను సార్, అంతే. ఏం జరిగింది అని చెప్పాను.
నేను వీడియో చూస్తాను సార్ ఇవాళ.
చూడండి చూడండి. సో లైనక్స్ ఈజ్ ఏ
ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్.
operating system. It's a CLI operating system. So Linux is a
CLI.
CLI means
కమాండ్ లైన్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్.
how you can interact with that OS.
Through commands.
Commands only.
Everything. If you want to create a directory, if you want to go to that directory, if you want to create a file, if you want to modify a file, if you want to delete the directory, if you want to move the directory, so everything through commands only. Everything through commands only. So why it is a portable? Because of
ఫ్రీ సోర్స్. It's a
CLI OS. That's the reason we don't need images for setuping the OS, for developing the OS. So images, right? At least images 12 MB, 20 MB, something like. We need how much images we need? Many number of images need for Geo, right? So AWS is something like Linux is a CLI. Just we need a 8 GB, 20 GB enough for installing the OS. Why it is popular? It is a virus free, highly secure, and portable. Highly secure, portable, and so it is a open source also, right? So open
Yes.
source also.
Yeah.
So nowadays every application in the production production, every application is deployed under the
Linux server.
Linux server only. That containerization, Kubernetes, everything will be under the
Linux
Linux
server.
only. Yeah, that's the reason we need to know how to operate the Linux, at least basics. Okay.
Yes.
So if you
Yes.
know the command, something like how to operate the commands, so it will be easy to learn Docker, Kubernetes, Git also. Git also uses. Who developed the Git? Git also developed by the Linus Torvald.
Okay.
So and he released as a open source. So took that source code and created their own GUI versions like GitLab. Atlassian company took that source code and created their own GUI called as a Git Bitbucket. Okay. So who developed that Git Bitbucket, Seetal? You are using Bitbucket, right?
That is also Linux. Huh?
Yeah. Git developed by Linus Torvald. So how we can operate Git by using commands only, CLI commands. Git add, git commit, git rebase, git clone,
Git
git
pull,
diff,
git push,
git commit, git add, git pull, git
git
push,
fetch.
fetch. So those all are also a XCLI commands. So that's the reason. So if you learn the Linux, right, it will be so it will be easy to learn Ansible, Docker, Git, everything, all the DevOps tools. Okay. So CentOS successfully installed. So once you reboot the OS, yeah, we can use it. So
Yeah.
which user is created by default, guys, while installing the
Root
OS?
user.
Yeah, root user. So we don't need to create the root user. So root user is created by default while installing the OS. Okay. So root user is the super user. So root can do anything.
Yes.
Root can do
Anything.
anything. Yeah. So yeah, it is asking the local host login. So what is the login name?
Root.
Why root?
The
By
super
default.
use.
Super user.
Yeah, no. So by default, we did not created any user, right?
Yes. Yes.
So we did not created any user. We did not set the any password for the any user. So I want to log into the server. So
Root.
a default user is created while
Root.
installing the OS. Which OS that is? Which user?
Root.
Yes, root user. We set the password for the which user?
Root password. Root
Root
user
user.
password.
No. We set the password for the root user. What is that password?
Red hat.
Yes, red hat. What is that? Root red hat. Red hat na? So which
రెండు రెడ్ హ్యాట్
No.
incorrect? Now I want to reset the password. 1 second, guys. I will reset that password, or else I will create another OS. Let me reset the password.
इस दिवाली पर ऐसा सजाओ
I'm restarting the system, guys. Or else let me try again. Root to Red Hat only, right? Is the password Red Hat? Capsa. Sorry, guys. Root to which one, guys? I get yeah. No worries, guys. I will reset the password. Close power of the mission. I'm starting the mission. It is started. Yeah. Then press E. I'm going to grab that. So where the grub file is available, guys? /etc boot, right? Sorry, /boot, right? I'm modifying that grub because of I want to reset the password by using here only. So at the go to the Linux, yeah. So here and go to the end. There is the end button. Yeah, end button. There, remove the RB quit. Mm, so at the end of the Linux 16 UFI systems, right? UFI system. Following line rd.break full wills. Yeah, I will add rd.break. Then boot the system with the new parameter control X. Control X. Yeah, switch root to who, then go mount -o, mount -o, remount, rw sys root, right? cd ch root /sys root. Yeah, now I want to change the pass wd red hat successfully. Then touch /auto reliable then now exit it is not restarting. Yeah, guys, now you understood how to reset the root password.
Yes, sir.
It is very difficult. You forgot the root password, guys. Guys, remember. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, root. Red Hat. Yeah, now able to log in. Yeah. So what is the which OS we installed, guys?
CentOS.
Yeah, CentOS 7. So this is the black screen, right? For example, I will tell you putty later, guys. No worries. Yeah. So the IP address is 192.168.56.108. I remember that one. No, no. Let me check. IPA. Yeah, IP address is not enabled. Okay. So I will tell you tomorrow this. Guys, so OS is installed. I want to know which OS is installed on this mission.
cat
So
space
Chaitanya, what is the
cat,
command?
cat space /etc
Mm, mm,
/os release or Red Hat release.
yeah. So this is the Red Hat, right? This is the Red Hat CentOS family, right? We can use the Red Hat -release. So what is that OS we installed, guys? CentOS Linux release 7.9. So apart from Red Hat, CentOS, Fedora, so I want to see. So for example, that OS is Ubuntu OS. So how you can check it? So
After on that time we will put into OS release, OS
OS
release.
release, right? So which OS is installed? So that CentOS Linux is version 7 is installed. Guys, now you
స్టార్
understood?
అయినా పెట్టొచ్చా అట్లా ఓఎస్ బదులు
So we can use
స్టార్ ఐఫన్ రిలీజ్ పెట్టొచ్చా?
try this one. Yeah, try star also we can put it.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So I want to shut down my mission. How you can
Init
shut down,
0,
guys?
init
So what
0.
is that, zero? Yeah, init 0 is nothing but a shutdown, and init 6 is nothing but a reboot,
Restart.
guys.
Yeah.
Reboot or restart. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to shut down my mission after my work. Yeah. How you can shut down, guys? You can shut down by using init 0. I want to start yeah. So I'm closing this again. So I want to practice the Linux commands. So first we need to open that Oracle VirtualBox. Then so we can start the OS. So how many virtual missions we will install? So we will install a number of virtual missions based on my resources. Based on my resources, guys. Now you understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will create another one. What is that? Red Hat. Okay. So next finish. So I will create another one. A Windows. Next, next, next finish. You see, guys. So how many how many virtual missions I installed?
3 virtual missions.
Based on my based on my resources. I installed.
Configuration.
Yeah. Based on my resources, how many OSs I installed? I installed the 3 virtual missions. So for example, so this is your physical mission. Okay. Guys, now able to, yeah. So 3 virtual boxes, 3 virtual missions. What these are? These are a virtual mission. So VM is nothing but a virtual mission. Seetal, now you understood
Sir. Yes, sir.
where? So
Huh?
In Azure, a so it is calling as a virtual mission, right? In the Azure.
Hmm.
Now you understood what is a virtual mission?
Ah, yes, sir.
It's not a physical server.
Hmm.
It's a virtual mission. Guys, now you understood?
Yes.
So
Yes, sir.
in cloud AWS, we call it as a instance. So a VM is nothing but a
Instant.
Instant.
instance in the AWS. AWS we call it as a
Easy to.
Instant.
EC2 instance. Understood? So
Yes.
instance, VM, or a virtual machine, anything is same. Okay. Now you
Yeah.
understood? The
Yes, sir.
physical server.
Physical server.
So in the physical server, we installed the hypervisor. Which hypervisor we installed? Either VMware or Oracle virtual machine. Which one? So for example, VMware ESXi 7.0, for example. So this is the hypervisor software we installed. So which software we installed? Or which one we installed now? Oracle
VirtualBox.
virtual
Box.
box. Okay. So either VMware ESXi 7.0 or Oracle VirtualBox or Oracle Virtual
Wow.
Box. Guys, now understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So how you can shut down your mission?
Init 0.
Init 0.
Init 0. So restart or
Init
reboot
Init 6.
init 6. So once done your work, you can shut down your mission. Okay. So how you can remove? Just go to the right click and remove, delete all files. So right click, remove, delete all files. So once you shut down, right? For example, so root Red Hat init 0. So what you guys can do? So once install the OS, right? Then again you can remove, delete all files. Then again you can install the OS. So you guys can, how many times you can do? You can do at least 5 times. Then you will understand how to install the OS. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So tomorrow also we have a class. Okay.
Yeah. So what time can I come tomorrow?
After breakfast.
Okay. Okay.
So,
At what time? 9 or 10?
so we will connect.
Hmm.
We will connect after morning. We will connect 7 a.m. Okay.
Morning.
Hmm.
Okay.
After the class 8 p.m. we will connect to after 8 p.m. and morning also. Okay. So
Okay.
what you can do is I ping you, right? Guys, you guys also watch this recording. I posted in the Linux group also, right? I think.
Sir, where will get this recording, sir? Gittena, same.
గిట్టే కానీ నేను ఇంక అప్లోడ్ చేయలేదు. ఐ విల్ అప్లోడ్ ఇట్ టుడే మోస్ట్ ప్రాబబ్లీ. ఓకే.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys also watch this recording. Okay. This
Okay.
recording and this recording. Sital, what you can do
Yes,
is I will give you a playlist.
OS installation, file system, and this one.
Linux administration. Yeah, this is the link. This is the link. Sital,
Okay, sir.
in the playlist you can watch this Linux administration
Mm.
and you can watch this one also, Linux
File system.
freshers. So what is this? This is the right Linux freshers. This one, right? SVM cloud Linux partitions. File system cut Linux permissions, test pressing basic commands, understand the Linux. Yeah, this is the
File system hierarchy.
file system
Okay.
hierarchy, OS installations, real time. So you can watch from 17, 16, you can watch these two recordings, right? Understanding the Linux file system hierarchy. So this is the one. Sital,
Yes, sir.
you can watch this one. And what this is, understanding the Linux file system hierarchy. This is OS installation. Not even Sital, you guys also can watch this recording. Okay. Real-time environments. So this is also most important topic, guys. Guys, watch this recording. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Thank you, guys. So we'll continue from tomorrow. So Sital, please wait. Pause. Stop.